Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Prayer versus prayer. Man have efficiency, woman doesn't have. Concentration, and today we will have inner peace. Peace for whom? Peace is for somebody. There cannot be recognition of peace unless there is somebody. And when there is nobody, as in deep sleep, there is neither noise nor peace. So when we talk about inner peace, what we are doing is, we are trying to run away from the noise. And the more you run away from the noise, the more you become lost in pieces. So there are three stages. One is Shanti, peace. Many people name their house, their wives, their children Shanti, with a hope that they will get Shanti in their life. So one is Shanti. The opposite of Shanti is Ashanti. And the third is going beyond Shanti and Ashanti, and that is called as Prashanti. Inner peace is Prashanti. Shanti and Ashanti is at the level of thoughts. See? Now experience right away. I am talking to you, every word that is uttered is Ashanti, it's a noise. Between the two words, there is absence of noise or words, that is Shanti. So initially when a seeker jumps on the path of spiritual evolution with many misunderstandings, then he or she gets lost only in this. So they like, let there be peace. And then outside there is a board, meditation in progress, take a detour. So we sit quiet and we imagine, I am doing meditation. So externally, quiet. Internally, volcanoes. Not noise, volcanoes. And then such people, they become extremely susceptible to little disturbance in life. See? It is something like this. Take an example to understand. There was one Amma. All my examples are related to Ammas. Because they are the one who feed me. Therefore, I am fed up by them. What can I do? This is the language. So, she started this spirituality and doing then pranayama and rubbing the nails. I have never understood why many people in India, they go on scratching. Nails never get a scratch. There is no itch for the nail. Nails are given by the Lord to satiate our itch. Isn't it? But there are people, they keep on sitting. One day one person I asked, somewhere on the airport, I said, hey, what are you doing? Vittal, 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 Vittal. No! Then it is a technique told by Ramdev Baba. What is that? Your hair will never become white. Therefore, It is for those who have got hair on their head. So, we imagine if I sit quiet, then I am on the spiritual path. So, mummy is doing meditation, don't disturb. And mummy sits for meditation. With all arrangements, switch off everything. Then in the bathroom, the water drops like a drop on the Shivalinga on a plastic bucket. Tuck. Oh God, why these children don't understand? Even my husband is tuck. I don't know why this tuck. With every tuck, there is a reaction. And after some time, it stops. क्या हो गया पानी को? What happened to the water? Where it has gone? I think water has gone. See friends, this is not Shanti. See friends, inner peace is that which is never disturbed by the noise, nor it is enhanced by the silence. Two things. That which is not disturbed by the noise, nor it is enhanced by the silence, is the inner peace. And this inner peace is for whom? He who is nobody. Normally we have this normal question. One question is, whenever I sit for meditation, why there are too many thoughts? So now you should know, it is your mind, how do I know? See? Then the second question is, why God created this world? These are all unwanted thoughts. See? I was in Rishikesh and opposite Swargashram and enjoying the evening time, walking, seeing Ganges people. And when people look at me, they remember question because I am a questionable personality. And they are doubtfuls. Full of doubts, it's called doubtfuls. So, three of them, three ladies again. And yesterday I told you, when the giants, there are three idiots. When there are three ladies, there are teen deviya. I don't know why. This is how it is. So there was one child who was crying. And I was enjoying the whole thing. So they asked, Swamiji, why this child is crying? Now look here. See, what relation I have got with the child? See, does Swamiji mean you can ask any question? I said, okay, you imagine why the child is crying. First lady who told she was mother by profession. Professional mother. So she said, no, the baby may be hungry and therefore crying. Mothers can think only children are hungry 24 hours. And they go on stuffing the child till he is choked, so he can't cry. I am the victim of that. All ammas, they think that I am a dabba. Go on filling the things. The second lady, she said, maybe he may be having abdominal colic. She was a doctor by profession. A doctor cannot think except the unhealthy conditions. Doctors are not healthy minded. They can think only unhealthy conditions. The third was a social worker. Social worker nationalizes the problem out of nothing. So the third one said, oh, the child is crying because in our country there are. I said, stop. Don't begin a lecture. So these three expressions about the child that is crying. Then they say, Swamiji, now you tell. I said, look here. Fortunately, we have the child available. Why not we ask him directly? Because what we thought about the child's crying is according to our training, is it not? The mother is trained to feed the child. The doctor is trained to look only the unhealthy condition. A social worker is the one who is failure at home, therefore he takes on society. Social worker. And when this is happening, we imagine and we think in that line of discipline. So let us ask the child. So we ask, Beta, why are you crying? No, nothing, time pass. Now tell me, can you say that what the child said was wrong? It was his direct experience, isn't it? See, friends, spiritual life means every experience brings us back to our own self. That is spiritual life. Every experience. And when you are back to yourself, you are in peace. See, like in deep sleep, we are back to ourselves. Therefore, there is neither I nor you. There is neither first person singular, nor second person plural, nor third person plural. When all the persons disappear, what remains is the inner peace, inner silence. And it is not created. Spiritual life is not doing something to achieve something, but it is undoing to lose everything. See, when we go to sleep, exactly what we do, the same thing happens when you are living in meditation. How do we go to sleep? First of all, we collect ourselves from the whole world. Then we close all the windows and doors. Then we go below the quilt, switch off the light, cover ourselves, eyes closed, and only one japa continues. I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. Till the I and the want is, sleep has not begun. When the I and the want, when they disappear, the sleep begins even in the satsang. Meaning, till such time I is there, there cannot be peace. Till such time the want is there, there cannot be peace. So what is inner peace therefore? Inner peace is an experience where I is deleted, and when there is no I, there cannot be any want. Freedom from the desire is equal to the inner peace. See, friends, what is our life if we are to write our autobiography in a sentence? Bhagwan Shankara wrote for us. Balastavat kridasaktaha, tarunastavat tarunirattaha, vruddhastavat chintasaktaha, parame brahmani kopinarattaha, bhaj govindam. Our whole life what we have done? Only fulfilling desires after desires after desires. And yet, we have never learned that fulfillment of desires is not equal to fulfillment in life. See? In the old days, there are two burdens which every old man carries. One burden is the guilt of right omissions and the guilt of wrong commissions in our life. I should not have done that when I was young. I don't know why did I do I should have done that, like many people tell us. This happened in Hamburg, Germany, after our 3 days retreat. So first day was over, then one lady came, German lady, she said, Swamiji, had you come in my life 20 years before, I said, even then I would not have married you. No, not that way. Then what way? I would not have divorced 3 times. Now what? Now I realize where I had gone wrong. See? The guilt, the burden that we carry in our life is so strong. That time nobody can help us. See? Then how do we get out of it? Be very attentive. We are working on inner peace. Till such time there is somebody, there is humming. Don't appreciate, reduce it. Yes, better. Make the treble and the brass 0.
Can you hear that?
Yes, everybody can hear. Even if they don't hear, doesn't matter. So, let us try to find out if we really want to have inner peace, for whom inner peace? And who is disturbed? See? Whenever we say that I am disturbed, means who is disturbed? See? This also goes in meditation. Is enough. Meditation done. You must have seen many people when they sit for meditation, they start with exclamation. After sitting for a long period of 3 seconds, they become a question mark. And another long sitting of 3 seconds, they become underline. Literally. So when we say we are disturbed, who is disturbed? There is somebody who is disturbed. If you recognize this principle, that inner peace for whom? When we are not in this hall, there is nobody, there is nothing. Who will recognize that there is peace in this hall? There has to be somebody for whom the peace is meant. Simply complaining that I am disturbed is not the way. So to find out who is disturbed, be very attentive. The eruption of thought begins always from a point called as Mr. Somebody. See? Now play. Meditation. Don't do meditation. All those people who do meditation, they suffer silently. Meditation is what? A collective silent suffering in a dark room, waiting for the light to be switched on so that both the teacher and the student are awakened from sleep, feeling fresh, by a good sleep. That is not meditation. These are the cartoons of meditation. See, friends. So when we are disturbed, who is disturbed? Always there is somebody at the point where from the eruptions of thoughts begins. Now take an example. Whichever way you are sitting, don't change your posture. Don't put on that Padmasana and suffer silently. Don't do that. Whichever way you are sitting, perfectly all right. Simply close your eyes. Now play. as husband or as wife. Now assert that you are a husband or you are a wife. And see what thoughts are coming. Stop. Now another experiment. Become parents or children and see what thoughts are coming. Stop. Now the last experiment. Remain as Mr. Nobody. See what thoughts have come. Stop, experiments over, open the eyes and the ears and listen. When you became husband or of wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband. When you became parents or children, the thoughts were pertaining to the children or the parents. But when you were nobody, there was no reason for the thoughts to erupt. So till such time we remain as anybody, there cannot be peace. And who is this somebody? This somebody is nothing but a donkey carrying the load of the total past. See? Just give it a try. I'll give you a Mahamantra to practice this. Those who want to take this Mahamantra Diksha, they can do it. Those who don't want, who cares? Put your right hand on your left heart. On your heart, not on somebody else's heart. And what is the date today? 16th of March 2013. Repeat after me. We'll say 3 times and then I'll explain you. 16th of March 2013. 16th of March 2013. 16th of March 2013. Mantra Diksha is over. Now understand. Refuse to talk, discuss anything that happened in your life before this date. Now try to think. See, friends, when we talk to others, we talk about our past generally. When we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. Think. That is why old people are not accepted by the younger generation. Because old people have got long past. Anything happening anywhere, they have got a parallel experience. Like in Apple, there is a parallel windows. You can open them, About this I'll tell you. Once I went to some place for my lectures. That place I still remember, Fulton. in Maharashtra somewhere. My host was a college professor, probably teaching accountancy. He was chartered accountant. He has a very beautiful house, and in a nice temple lectures were arranged. So one old lady from Pune, she said, Swami, I want to come with you. I said, come, there is a place, in that house you come. She came. And then after my 2 days lectures were over, third day when I was sitting on the swing, she was sitting with me, and I was enjoying the Hindi cinema movies, That is my favorite thing. Because when you see Hindi cinema, you don't have to think. Suspension of thinking is meditation. See? Because when you are running, you cannot sing. But in Hindi cinema, it can happen. Hindi cinema alone tells you, when you are angry, you look beautiful. It is totally wrong. See? You don't have to think. So I was enjoying that. And one girl came, Swamiji, I have come to thank you. He said, what for? What did I do? No, you have changed my life. I said, what, are you getting married? No, I have come away from my husband to seek divorce. But after listening to you, I have changed my mind. I said, poor husband. And then she said, I am really thankful. I know where I have gone wrong. So I will go back. I said, very good, beta. Don't have these wrong notions. Little bit cut happens. Don't worry too much. Don't take life seriously. Then she became relaxed, and then she said, Swamiji, I have got some questions. I said, okay, it's not your fault. Ask. And she asked one question. That old lady who was sitting with me, she answered. The second question was asked. Again she answered. The third question was asked. She was inspired to answer. The moment she opened her mouth, excuse me, Amma, I have not come to talk to you, please. I want to hear from Swamiji. Why you talk in between? Then I said, no, I only told her to answer. She is very wise, she is very educated, and she knows so many things therefore. I said, anyway, Mama, you go and get tea for me, okay? Don't add milk and sugar. So I wanted to get rid of her. She went. And then I dealt with that lady, girl, and she went. And this old lady came with a cup of tea. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Trivedi Sangam. And Swami, this always happens. People, just discard me whenever I talk. Why this happens? I said, Mama, the problem with you is, you are unable to drop your past. Please remember one basic principle of life. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. We oldies have no future, only past. So longer the past, more vulnerable we are to insults. See, children hardly have any past. Just recognize this principle. Then peace will happen to you. You don't have to struggle. See, in one of my management gimmicks, I play a lot of management gimmicks. My principle is, management is a myth. Mismanagement is the truth. So in one of the management seminars, we had little different type of approach. I said, hey, you all come with your whole family. In-laws, outlaws, everybody come. So we used to have our sessions, 2 sessions with a necktie. After I said, remove the necktie. Evening we used to have satsang, the whole family. And one day I said, let us play today something to learn. And in that I said, I'll call one boy or a child and one man or elderly person. So first of all I called one child, maybe about 5 years, 6 years. I said, hey, come on, he came. Now you have to speak about yourself or whatever you like, you speak. anything will not object for 5 minutes. Now I don't want to talk. I said, no beta, this is just a game. Anything will not object. Problem for him not to talk. I like chocolates. First sentence. Again silence. Say, very good, you are giving such a beautiful talk, you like chocolate, such a lovely thing. Say something more. I don't want to take bath. Second sentence. Again quiet, no one to talk. I said, come on, you are doing very well, go ahead. Nothing to talk. Then you have to stand here for another 3 minutes. He said, I will not stand. I said, no, you have to stand. This is the game. He said, if you don't allow me, I will do susu here. I said, go off. His lecture was over. Now, I called one 78 not out. And 78 not out came. I said, hey, Papa, you have to talk for 5 minutes. And like a volcano started, we have to call the police. Take him away. See, friends, old people don't understand this basic principle. Be attentive. Where I is not, we are not interested. Where I is, we are interested. And this I is Mr. Somebody. See, now understand this principle through a good example. Two mothers, they have got one child each. One mother talks about the glory of the foolishness of her child as wisdom. Every mother thinks that her child is wise, although she knows that is her child, how he can be wise. Yet they have that funny notion. So one mother goes on telling, my child is so intelligent, today when he got up in the morning, he asked me such a difficult question, I couldn't answer. I don't know where from he gets such beautiful ideas. This mother is glorifying her child. Do you think other mother will listen? ये तो कुछ भी नहीं, मेरा जो बेटा है, अरे राम राम राम. Now what is the reason? Because in the other child, I is not involved. So what is the rule? Where I is not, there is no interest. And where you don't get involved, how can you be disturbed? Come to cognize this principle, friends. When somebody dies, we go there for consolation. Anybody, particularly Indians. Indians have got some basic inherited traits in their DNA. Every Indian is a born philosopher. Every Indian is a born doctor. Because I keep on using my throat beyond capacity, sometimes it gives way. So the ammas, Swami, don't worry, I'll give you medicine. In that milk, we put haldi and boil it, and you take that. Then neither there will be throat nor any pain. Everybody is a born doctor. See? So we keep on talking on this topic. See, friends, this happened, that happened, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Just don't get involved in this world, you will be at peace. There is no need. See, this principle I learned from one Chinese girl. I go to China quite often, I like that country. People are also very sweet. There was one girl who was doing our, interpretation, English and Chinese. After 2 days, she became friendly. I said, Mama, I'll ask you one question if you don't mind. No, Swami, please ask. I asked her, I said, you are not supposed to talk on politics in your country. How do you feel about it? The best answer she gave. She said, Swamiji, You talk about politics in your country and suffer. We don't talk and suffer. What is there to discuss? Most of the time, we keep on getting involved where we are not required to get involved. Stand apart. Stand apart. See? And who is this I? We talk about ego, but we have never defined what ego is. See? I am disturbed. Who is this I? I is, like understand the ego like this. Man is Paramatma, Brahman. Husband is ego. Now tell me, is man ever miserable? Is husband ever happy? Now, this husband in the man, is it like a mobile phone on the table? In the same manner, husband on the man? No. Then what is the husband? Husband is expression of the infinite man through the limitations of the conditioning called as a wife is called as husband. Is it not? Just come to recognize this. Ego is nothing but carrying the burden of the total past. See, friends. Therefore, younger the age, shorter the past, lesser the ego, less possibility of being miserable. More the age, longer the past, stronger the ego, more possibility of being miserable. As much old people are miserable, children are not. And the intensity of the ego is directly proportionate to the intensity of the ego. The more miserable we are, more egoistic we are, less miserable we are, less egoistic we are. Bhagavan doesn't have ego, he is Paramananda. Living in this Paramananda is the inner peace. See, friends. Therefore, when we are seeking inner peace, what exactly we mean is live in this world as nobody. Therefore, all our spiritual practice is not doing anything, it is undoing. It is not becoming somebody, but it is unbecoming. But when we want to walk the spiritual path, our journey begins like this. Many people ask us like this, स्वामी जी आप ये स्पिरिचुअल लाइन में कब से आए? Spiritual line. I could never understand. See? When did you come on a spiritual line? Then I also tell them, जब से लाइन मारना छोड़ दिया तब से आ गए. See, friends. No, but since I came on this line, now I have changed. Achha, very good. What I have changed? Earlier, I used to wake up 10 o'clock in the morning. Since I came on this line, now I wake up at 9:45. 15 minutes evolution. Earlier, I used to eat every day non-vegetarian, but now I eat alternate days. Spirituality. This I is the basic problem, friends. The inner peace is possible only when you have discovered freedom from I and not freedom for I. See, we are not one inside. We are a crowd, like a poultry farm. The other day, somewhere near Pune, there are many poultry farms. So we were going by a bus. And there was one girl sitting with me. I always sit in the back seat on the left side. That is my typical seat in every time I go by a bus. The reason being, when I sit in that worst seat, nobody complains. We don't get a seat near the window. See, Swami is sitting there. This is the only way you can deal with the oldies. So this girl came and sat with me. Swami, why do you sit in the back seat? I said, don't ask question. Look at it. What is that? Our bus was stopping somewhere for some reason. He said, there is a poultry farm. I said, now tell me, what you have learned from the poultry farm? Be attentive. If you want to attain real peace within, keep the process of learning switched on 24/7. Always learn something or the other from every experience. You will stop reacting. See? That is the simplest way of living life. So I said, now instead of asking me question, you look at the poultry farm and tell me what you have learned. So naturally, she can't talk now, she is busy. And Swamiji, I don't know how to learn. I said, okay, listen. Imagine, you go and sit inside the poultry farm for meditation. You don't move, you simply sit down. Then one bird will come and peck you. So you will get disturbed. When you get disturbed, what will happen with the whole birds? What happens outside happens inside. We sit for meditation. Whenever I sit for meditation, why the dirty thoughts come? I think this is because of Swamiji's. See, the reason is we are not one inside. We are a crowd inside. We are not one. Discover this. There is somebody who is constantly talking. We only project a question, we only answer. We only project, we only answer. See? The other day, where it happened, I don't remember, one of the immigrations. There was one person, I was with somebody, two of us, and one person went to some immigration officer, and there was some kind of exchange of arguments and heat was created. So he called the police took him there. Please come and sit down here, we'll sort it out. And the whole, visitors were tense. Everybody praying. I hope I don't go to that man. I hope I don't go to that man. If he says like this thing, I will say like this thing. If he says like this thing, I will say like this thing. And I was told, Swamiji, take out your return ticket. They may ask you. I said, why are you creating problems and trying to solve? Relax. No. Relax. We went there, not one question. Whatever. All that we talk is only imagine the problems of the future. We only imagine and we only try to solve. Come to recognize this. You cannot live in the future. You cannot live in the past. You have no choice, no option, but to live in the present. See, friends, our condition is like that poor husband who had two wives. One was pulling in with the left hand, other was pulling him with the right hand. What will be his condition? Exactly the same way. The past pulls us when we talk to others. The future pulls us when we talk to ourselves. The net result is we refuse to remain in the present. So this ego, what we talk about, come to recognize. Ego is nothing but the burden of the total past that we carry on our head. See, friends, just give it a try. That this 16th of March 2013, before whatever has happened, you don't talk. You just can't talk. See? He who doesn't carry the burden of the past, he will never be worried about the future. Then To remain in the present is an effortless experience. To go in the past, you require efforts. To understand this point, take an example. This happened in Shimla. It's a great fun to be with the old couple. It's a great fun. And this, when it happened in Shimla, that time I was pretty young, and this old couple, they were telling me, Swamiji, have you come any time to Shimla? I said, yes, I have come maybe about 3-4 years before. It's a beautiful place. No, Swamiji, this is nothing. When we got married in 1922 February, husband said, anything husband says in the old age, wife has to correct. He said, default setting. This is called a correction factor. So when this is said by the husband, immediately wife, you might have married to somebody else. We got married in 32, not 22. No, I think we got married in 20. No, 32, 22. How does it matter for me? Whenever you go in the past, you have to put efforts. Think. But when you are in the present, no efforts. Wherever there are efforts, you are tired in life. Wherever there are efforts, I is born. Two principles. Those who are tired in life, they have put lot of efforts. See, we government servants, we take VRS. VRS means virus. It is the abbreviation of virus. So, we take the VRS and we are tired and we want to retire. Retire means what? Even the government is really tired. They are retired. Therefore, we want to retire. No Mahatma has ever retired in life because they don't do anything. Things happen. Get this point across. Very simple thing. We are talking about inner peace. Don't forget that. There are 3 types of teachers and they have got 3 types of students, and the 3 students have done something wrong. So the 3 types of teachers have to punish them. First teacher was a military officer and his student was a newly recruited soldier. He has done some mistake. So what will be the punishment? So he will be told, put on your haversack 20 kilos, lift your rifle up and take 21 rounds of the parade ground. That is the punishment. Second teacher is a Sanskrit teacher. The student is a Sanskrit student. He has done some mistake. What will be punishment? Write down 15th chapter of Gita 21 times. Bhagavanu vacha urdhva dirgha kirostu. Rudhva. Punishment. Now the third teacher is a yoga teacher. So the yoga teacher has given a punishment. Do 21,000 times Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Oh, my nose will break, sir. And I forget. I always have this problem. Whenever I do Anulom Vilom, idhar se liya tha ki idhar se. And then the punishment is given to do 21,000 pranayam. No, I can't. Okay, do 2100 times. It is too much. Okay, do 21 times. Okay, I will do it. And then you start doing Anulom Vilom. After 5 or 6, you tell him stop. Then ask a question. Why you don't want to do 21,000 times Anulom Vilom Pranayam? Because you will be tired, is it not? Yes. How many times you breathe in a day? 216 times. Yes. Have you ever said, hey man, I have been breathing too long, now I don't want to breathe? What is the reason? In breathing, there are no efforts. In pranayam, there is effort. to remain in the present is effortless. This experience of yours is called as inner peace. You have not closed your ears. You have not closed your eyes. You are hearing everything. And yet, you are at peace. See, friends. Therefore, don't get in these wrong channels of understanding. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. External Shanti inside volcanoes. No. Refuse to be disturbed. And this can happen only with understanding. There is no other way. Otherwise, you will start doing something. One person came to meet me with his friend and said, Swamiji, this is my friend and he has some question and his question is, I said, is he dumb? Can he talk? Let him talk then. So he started. Swamiji, my guru taught me this Kundalini yoga and all my chakras are open and Kundalini is awakened. But what happened? After that my guru died. No, I don't know what to do next. Therefore I have come to you. So when he said, I laughed. He said, why are you laughing? I said, look here, you have already killed one guru. No, you have come to me. I am not going to tell you, Baba. You are a guru killer. Then what should I do with my open chakras? I said, button khul gayi, kya matlab? Open chakras. Be very attentive, clear. That about which you have no question, that about which you have no doubt, that is you. Find out what is that? Your own being. Do we have any doubt whether I am or not? See, even if you are born in this world, how the children talk, what's your name? I think. They can't tell my name is Dumbo. They have to add the suffixes, prefixes. See? We have no doubt about our being. Just be. See? Instead of being, we become meditator. And then start doing meditation. And then there is a headache. I am getting something here, scratching, what is happening? No, eczema, inner eczema. These all experiences happen. Don't get carried away by them. Any experience which comes and goes is not you. See, friends, inner peace is living in this undeniable presence that we are. You cannot deny yourself. And there is no option. We have option whether to get married or not. But we have no option whether we are or not. See? There was one Sardarji. He was replying all the questions perfectly well. And then Amitabh Bachchan said, Saji, tusi great kita. You are really great. Now last question. If you answer this question, you get 10 crores of rupees. Sardarji was very expert. Yes, tell me. I answered every question. This also I can answer. So Amitabh Bachchan asked him, what is your father's name? Sardarji kept quiet. He said, yeah, this is the last question. What is your father's name? Sardarji started laughing. Why are you laughing? Option to diya hi nahi. Because all other questions were having options, isn't it? So, do we have the option about our presence? Non-optional experience is inner peace. See, friends. Where sound is, silence is not. Where silence is, sound is not. But there is one principle which supports both the sound and the silence, and therefore is beyond the sound and the silence. See? Now this experiment we will do, and you will discover your own being right away, not posthumous. The truth is revealed now or never. I'll chant the Lord's name. Focus your all attention first on the sound. Be very attentive, all the steps you have to remember. First, I'll chant the Lord's name few times. Focus your attention on the sounds. Then I will chant the Lord's name and leave a wide gap of silence. Then in the second stage, you focus attention on the silence. Then in the third stage, you remain aware of sound. And the fourth stage, remain aware of silence. And then come to cognize what is the meaning of the inner peace. So here we begin. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Now the first two stages understand. When you are focusing attention on the sound, you heard the sounds by your ears. Silence cannot be heard by the ears. Because ears can hear only the sounds, not the silence. But we did experience silence, is it not? So that which illuminates both sound as well as the silence is beyond sound and silence. So the sound does not disturb us. The silence does not enhance us. This is called as remaining aware of the sound and remaining aware of the silence. When we remain aware, we illuminate both presence and absence, but we remain uninfluenced by their presence and absence because now we are no more involved either in the sound or in the silence. Now, The second said, now remain aware of the sound as well as remain aware of the silence. Again, Sri Ram. Sri Ram. Sri Ram. Sri Ram. The difference between focusing attention on the sound and the silence is we are using the mind. But when we remain aware of the sound and the silence, we are not using the mind. It is a trance mind experience. And when we live as awareness, the world does not matter to us. This peace that passeth beyond all understanding. It can't be compared with anything because anupameyam. It is not like anything. All that we know in our life is like something. When somebody came to meet me in Lonavala, I was busy with my laptop, some work. When he came, I said, hey, you hang around, I have to finish the job or else I forget what I am doing. So just keep quiet and sit down. And I took about 10-15 minutes. And 15 minutes he was sitting. And after that, yes, now what is the thing? He says, Swamiji, it was a frightening silence. Can the silence be frightening? When the silence is frightening, you are in your mind. So all that we know is silence against the sound and sound against the silence. But the inner peace is that which is untouched, uncontaminated. And this is like the space. The space supports all the forms, all the shapes, all the contents. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam klidayantyapaha, na shosheti marutaha. The earth is supported by the space, the waters are supported by the space, the fire is supported by the space, the air is supported by the space, but all the four elements cannot touch the space. But without the space, they cannot exist. This space-like experience, which supports everything, but is not contaminated by anything, is the inner peace. So the presence or absence of things or beings will not make any difference to us. Today what we are? The mules carrying the load of the possessions and the relations. The load of possession in the waking world, the load of relations in the inner world. So when the worldly objects, their presence and absence doesn't make much difference to us, we are marching towards the inner silence. Then when the relations and the thoughts pertaining to relations are no more disturbing us, then we are marching towards the inner space called as the Chittakasha, the mental space. Like the gross space supports the gross world without getting influenced by the gross world, in the same manner, the mind supports all the thoughts but doesn't get influenced by any thought. And when you go still further, then the conscious space supports waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, but doesn't get influenced by anything. Like in the space, the clouds come and rain is a waking experience. The clouds come and thunder without rains is a dream experience. There is pitch darkness of the night, it is a deep sleep experience. And it is a cloudless blue sky, it is like the samadhi experience. All these four types of experiences of the waker, dreamer, deep sleeper and samadhi person, they make no dent on this conscious space. To live as a conscious space, Chidakasha is the real discovery of inner peace. Then we understand what Bhagavan Shankara says, Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangamihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva bhaj govindam bhaj govindam. See friends, at this moment you are neither man nor woman, neither husband nor wife. Even if I cut the best joke, you will not laugh. Because now you have taken a deep dive in your own being. This experience is something like the experience of the water. Whether it is in the form of the ocean, the water is not frightened of getting drowned in the ocean. Whether the water is in the form of the wave, the water is not frightened of getting broken when the wave breaks. विद्यते हृदय ग्रंथि छिद्यन्ते सर्व संशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे. When the absolute is attained, vidyate hridaya granthi, there are no wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about the spiritual practice, about the God. Chidyante sarva samshayaha, there is no doubt left about anything. Doubt-free experience is God realization. Question-free experience is God realization. That experience which can never be denied is God realization. That experience where experiencer is not born, is living in inner peace. Kshiyante chasya karmani, asya cha karmani kshiyante. All his karmas are dissolved because there is no doer. Action without a doer is living in God. Nay, living as God. Therefore, wise men never claim, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. But the moment I is born, inner peace is disturbed. See, friends, this is only a matter of correct understanding. Study of scriptures give us a vision, which is the absolute vision. Ours is a relative vision. Our vision is first person, second person, third person. I is the first person singular. Thou is the second person singular. He, she, it is the third person singular. When you make the plural of he or she or it becomes they, and it continues to be third person. When you make the plural of thou, it becomes you, continues to be second person. But when you make the plural of I, it includes everything, excludes nothing. We, both second person and third person. That all inclusive experience is called as inner peace. Like whether it is the toe or it is the thumb. They may be said to be different, but there is one. And therefore, when there is something wrong with the toe, our thumb doesn't say, I will not touch you, you are, scheduled caste and I am a super. No. So although there may be an experience of differences, yet there won't be differentiation on account of the differences. Living in this experience is called as inner peace. This experience is something like Santa Ganeshwar says, standing before the mirror. It is an experience of duality, but the non-duality is not corrupted. When we look into the mirror, do we take the toothpaste and toothbrush and do we and start applying on the mirror? No. We apply on our teeth. So although I am looking at the mirror, in fact I am looking at me. In the same manner, the inner peace is possible when in the objective experience the subject is revealed. See, friends, then we understand the words of Bhagavan, Name dveshosti na priyaha. None is dear to me, none I hate. Going beyond this relative existence. Like when our own tongue is bitten by our own teeth, will the tongue say, come on, somebody has to go to the dentist? No. And when the tongue goes and digs between the two teeth and removes the thing, will the teeth say, darling, you are always helping, thank you so much. No. See, that effortless experience of being is inner peace. Discover only by one way. Dissolve yourself. Yad gatvana nivartante tad dhama paramam mama means having attained which there is no more returning back to this relative world. That doesn't mean you die. It is something like, swimming. We don't learn swimming twice. We learn only once. And even if you don't swim for next 25 years, you will never forget it. Because swimming is not learned by mind. In the same manner, riding a bicycle, once you learn, You will never have to learn it again, only once, in the same manner. Come to discover your being only once in lifetime. Sthitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana mricchati. Bhagavad Gita says, even you attain this one moment before the body is dropped, you are one with the Absolute. There is no repetition. Repetition is possible only in finite. Infinite cannot be repeated. Sounds are repeated. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. Silence cannot be repeated. Sounds are finite, silence is infinite. Sounds are created, silence is not created. Sounds can be many, silence is one. That it is beyond the sound and the silence is the absolute one. The real inner peace is this. And when we start living as this, thereafter nothing matters in life. Then life is a time pass. This is what Bhagavan Sri Krishna says. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. Whenever we interact in this world, this cause and effect relationship happens. When we interact, we may win or we may be defeated. Be equanimous, jaya jayo. When we win, we gain. When we are defeated, we lose. Labha labho. Be equanimous whether you win or you are a loser. When we win, we get happiness. When we lose, we become miserable. Bhagavan says, Sukha dukkhe same krutva. Remain equanimous in joy and sorrows. Then the question is, what for to do this? Time pass. Whenever anything you live as time pass, I is not created. Think. Last example. As usual, I had to go to somebody's house for food. These are one of my professional hazards. And my tragedy is I had to call their food as good. Now, how many times can you tell lies? Therefore, before taking food, I say it is good. Otherwise, the sin of telling lies doesn't happen. Then I went to somebody's house and waiting for the food. So that Amma said, Swami, you'll have to wait for 15 minutes till the cooker is not done. I said, okay. Without eating, I will not go. I am committed. Now they had one child, about 7-8 years of age. So I was taking newspaper. No, Swami, no newspaper. Now what can I do? I have to eat food in his house. I have to agree, okay, no. Let us play carom. I said, come on man, I don't know how to play that dumb game. I'll teach you. Two places, when your Murphy becomes activated, these things happen. When you happen to come across a poet, understand, Murphy has become activated. A poet will catch throat of you and make you listen. So whenever somebody say, I am a poet, I run away, go. So he said, I will teach you. So he said, and started playing. And he was a very good player. I don't know how to play that useless game. But I am also not kacha. Then I started using Indian technology of jugaad. So I'll ask him, hey, whose picture is that? He will say, which picture? By the time he loses his side, I'll take 2-3 minutes. The rule is, thumb rule, theft is not a crime unless you are caught. And I was caught third time. So he started crying, Swami is cheating. I said, come on man, don't cry, do anything, don't cry. Again we started. The same technology I used and started making him win. Meanwhile, his mother says, Swami, food is ready. I say, very good, throw it away. Come on, go and eat food. No, now you have to play. Now you have to play. For the child, winning and getting defeated was an issue. For me, it was a time pass. In the same manner, live in this world as a time pass. See? Sukha dukkhe samay krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. When defeat and victory is same, then what for you are doing it? Time pass. Labha labho, when the gain and the loss is equal, then why you are doing it? Time pass. Sukha dukkhe samay krutva, joy and sorrows are equal, then what is this experience? Time pass. See? And whenever you follow this principle of time pass, I is not born. And this is how Bhagavan says, Name dveshosti na priyaha. There is none dear to me, none I hate, because I am nobody. Come to discover this principle and be at peace 25/7. What is the meaning of 25/7? Overlap. And it is a choice given to us. Don't ask, give us a choice. What is your father's name? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.